There with my mom when she died. She died on my lap, right? It was around 2:30. That is about 30 years back, right? That afternoon at Chennai when she died, I looked at the watch. Watch has stopped. That was 2:30. After that, that watch was not moving, right? It was not moving. And I had another instance. My son, I sent him to Germany. I had another. He had a friend, one Rahul, right in Secunderabad. They were very close friends. Engineering college, they were together. I told both of them, both go to Germany. I knew enough number of people, I could have got him admitted. But Rahul's father told me, no, I don't want to send my son because the period is bad for him. Kundalini says, the period is bad, so I won't send him. But my son was very keen. Nana, somehow you managed. He's a very good boy, Gujarati family here. But when father says there is an emotional feeling and Kundalini is bad, I could not force him. It so happened, within 4 months, he died of a motorcycle accident. He died of a motorcycle accident. The story stopped there. Okay, he died of a motorcycle accident. But same day when he died, my son was in Black Forest area in Germany. Where was he? Black Forest area in Germany. There is some photo which he had taken together because they were good friends. The photo fell and it broke exactly at the same time when the death has happened. Exactly means around the same time because he was in Medicity Hospital. We don't know how long the oxygen was there, when actually the life went, right? But there are instances like that. Now, where is Germany and where is Hyderabad? Abbott's Medicity Hospital is here. Son was there. When I went there also I saw. After a couple of months I had to visit him there in Germany, I saw. Now, what happens, how this communication takes place, we don't know. Often in many of our lives, these kinds of communications have taken place. Somewhere somebody else is dead. Suddenly you start thinking, what happened to him? I just wanted to phone him up. Right? It happens. How does it happen? Does he communicate? We don't know. How does it communicate? We don't know. But something has happened here. Now therefore, where prana has gone, we can say it is not available in a manifest form. But we also define that prana is very much there. If it is very much there, it can communicate. It is part of a whole because it is universal. So when it is part of a whole, it is possible that it communicates. Now we will go into this. What goes along? What goes along with the prana? He takes a lot of things along with him. What he leaves is trash. Some building, some money, wife, children. But what he takes along, you see how many of them he takes along? 19 things he takes along. How many he takes along? 19 things. Now, I said there are several points of prana. Udhana. Udhana, why is the upward movement? So, it is supposed to move upward. But that's no scientific answer. This is what spirituality says. But we have observed that breath is not able to come and express. Therefore, there is no entry here. The question of exit does not arise as far as breath is concerned, which is gross. It is not sushma. Relatively sushma, all right? But at least we can feel. Now, prana goes out, or prana is not able to enter in, means something which is more subtler than breath. Something that is much more subtler than breath. That has gone. Many people think that if it goes through the skull, it's a good sign. The Buddhists have several beliefs in that, right? They think if it goes through leg, it is bad. If it goes through nabi, it is bad. If it goes through mouth, it is also bad. If it goes through skull, it is good. Where it goes through, how it goes through, these are all 95% is the belief system. But what is likely is, what goes away? Intelligence goes away. We know that. Ego goes away. He can no longer say, I am so and so and all that. Ego is off. Then feeling goes away. Right? You burn him also, he is not weeping now. There is no more feeling. That's gone. Then mind goes away. There is no question of memory there. And then the 5 instruments of knowledge. All that goes away. The 5 senses. That goes off. Then the 5 instruments of action, that is motor organs. One we call as memory organs, the other is the motor. Legs, hand, all these things are motor organs. So all that is gone. And also 5 elements of the last one, crystallizing, assimilating, the 5 pranas which you said, talked about, digesting, all that element is gone. So pancha pranas, 5 pranas have gone, 5 sense elements have gone, 5 gross elements have gone, 15 have gone, and those chitmanas, ahankara, buddhi, that has gone. So 19 are gone. 19 goes how? In a memory stick. What it does? Almost a memory stick he takes away. Right? Pardon me? Yeah. Memory stick in non-recognizable format, he takes off and goes. That is why he is able to come back and put it in the next body. Can you go into the next one? Breath leaving the body is only one aspect of packing up. When the body becomes cold and eyes are closed, all vital forces rush through the brain, and by a series of pictures, the whole life of the just ended person is expressed. This is something which you have noticed often. Very often you notice those who are dying 6 months before, 2 months before, they talk a lot more about their brothers, sisters, childhood friends and all that, than less about their wife and children now. Almost sort of a recollection that takes place right from their birth, right? So very often they have also expressed, maybe my time has come, I should go. Often, it's not always true. One theory is, science has not established it, that the entire life force comes down and then it goes away. That is, from the leg onwards, the whole pulling effect takes place. But what we have seen is some sort of paralytic action. The dead person has some sort of a rigor mortis sets in, some sort of paralytic action just before death. That does take place, right? And then he croaks. Whether paralytic action is because of a absence of blood streaming into the mind or because something else, doctors cannot very clearly say. Yeah.
See, some people, especially old people, when they, about 2-3 days before death occurs, I think you said about once together before, they keep talking about all the religions,
Yeah.
which I seem to be mother and mother. Now, 2-3 days before, I don't know what happens. In the sleep or closed eyes, they keep saying, go away, go away. But they show a kind of a scare that someone is coming and attacking them or something like that. I've seen both the case of my mother and mother. Both are passing in my eyes.
It's possible. See, both explanations are possible. One explanation is they perceive something which we are not seeing. Second explanation is they fear something.
Because if my mother
But,
didn't happen,
yeah.
if my mother didn't happen, I didn't understand what it was. Then later on people gave me an explanation. In Garuda Puranam and all that.
Yeah.
I read. Now subsequently when my mother started saying, I told my wife that our days are now counted. It could be hours or days. Exactly it happened. If you would have days, you would have days she was.
But since you raised the subject of Garuda Purana, of the Hindu system, death is described quite a lot in Garuda Purana. Before that, in several of the Upanishads. For instance, Chandogya Upanishad talks about death. Brihadaranyaka talks about death. Often in several of these scriptures. But Garuda Purana is about 1200 to 1500 years back. By the time of Garuda Purana, there are a lot of threat. Religion was used more to frighten people, right? Don't believe Garuda Purana, because quite a bit of it they will talk about getting fried in the frying pan, right? There is no question you are getting fried because there is no body. But what does happen is, this happens every day we die. Let's not forget. Every day we are dead once, then we get up. Supposing you had a very serious quarrel with somebody, with your wife, father, mother, somebody, neighbor. For that evening you had a very strong argument, quarrel, displeasure, weeping, wailing, so many things happen, or go to police case, so many things happen. That night, do you sleep peacefully? No. You have slept all right, but the mind is disturbed, highly disturbed. This is what happens to people who die without much of a peace. Their mind is disturbed. Mind is still there, mind has gone. That mind is disturbed. This mind disturbing is what we perceive as he has not had a good death. If this mind is disturbed, the memory stick that he is carrying a lot of bad memories with which he is going to get in again. That is why suicidal death is considered very, very bad. Murder, suicide, such type of severe accident, all that is suddenly the body is not there. The mind, it seems, tries to enter the body, it just cannot. Just cannot. So in those cases, it is considered. So Garuda Purana also talks about those cases. Otherwise, Swarga and Naraka, we will discuss that later on. Swarga comes out of Swag plus Griha. Self-home. Nara means man, right? Karam means space. Narakam, Swargam. Kam is, in Sanskrit, means space. What is man's space? Man's space is anxiety, worry, likes, dislikes, desires. This is what all the time our space is. Space here is this space. What is this space occupied with? Ambitions, target, goals, disappointment, frustration, love, joy, hatred. All this is this part of it. Even after death, all these things remain. All this is remain. So those who have had more peaceful death, they have a lot more love, lot more joy. They continue to enjoy a good spell of time. Time within inverted comma. There is no question of our equal number of years and all that. Some good spell of time, right? And then re-enter. I will go into that a little later. Those who have had bad experiences more, they have a problem. They have a problem because the mind is still there. Mind is not dead. Its association with a particular body is dead, therefore the relationship is dead. But mind can still get disturbed without a relationship. In a sleep, in your dream, your mind is disturbed. But there is no relationship. Is there a relationship always? No. Mind is still disturbed. You have all fears, anxieties. Suddenly you wake up, then you find everything is normal. Oh. When you find everything is normal, fine. But what was not normal then? Mind is still disturbed, though the body is at rest. Right? Now what goes there? This is the process. There are so many processes that take place. Normal processes is the heat goes, then the water goes, water element goes, then finally the earth element goes. This is the fundamental process. In physical death also this happens. Right? The heat element goes. Right? And even before death, several organs fail. Kidney fails. Lung fails. Lung water accumulates. You know, death, one of the reasons is lung, there is a lot of phlegm accumulating, water accumulating. Kidney fails, there is so much water, and the leg. For several people, especially with the kidney disease and other diseases, there is a swelling of the body that is taking place. That means water element is already coming into the body. If we can predict that fellow is going to die sooner or later. So all these things, the process of decay takes place much earlier. The fire element goes.
Sometimes the death occurs within a second. My grandfather, at the age of 95,
Yes.
he went for a walk in the main market. He cannot see, he was a very strong
Right.
person.
Okay.
And he used to tell him, please lie down. He used to say, no, if I lie down, that means that would be my death.
Okay.
Just maybe lie down the day I die.
Okay.
He went to the market in Dehradun, very crowded place. I don't know what he felt. He went to a shop. He had been staying there since 1901, and so everybody knows. So he sat on a stool and then told that guy, give me a glass of water. I'm feeling a little uneasy. He gave water. He took one sip. That's all. That was his death. So
In one of our slides, we talked about conscious entry into the body. Right? There is also a conscious exit from the body. There is a conscious exit from the body. It is, people explain it like the fruit in a tree. The fruit in a tree, when it becomes full fruit, the stem which is attaching, that dries up. That dries, finally it doesn't have enough moisture in it to hold. And then it falls. Right? So that's a natural falling. So in such